Hey, it's Dwayne again, the old Indiana farm boy. I thought today we'd better start working on these fenders for the Super 55. It's been running around here. I did some bush hogging with it without the fenders and caught myself several times putting my hand on the tire, and that doesn't work, especially when it's rolling. So today I went over to Harbour Freight, picked up this Hercules buffer. I tried it here and wow, does a fine job. Harbour Freight sells these for about $100 and a half, somewhere, I think $139, something like that. Of course, that's today's money. So we'll kind of see how it works here. I know it started out pretty good on that fender. If I can get you a shot here. These fenders, if you recall, they were painted some kind of a green, but it wasn't the Oliver green. Let's see how that works. Put on my safety glasses. See if we can stand there without the vibration knocking you over. That sure beats the putting on the paint remover. That sure does a lot quicker. Gets it right down, takes the rust and everything down. Now, if you realize this does have several coats of paint on it. It had the factory primer, factory paint, and then somebody painted a couple times after that with some kind of a green paint. But it's taking it off. I don't know if you notice there's a lot of real heavy right in here, especially with the runs and everything. But it took it right off. I'm pretty impressed with it. They have all different grits, too, of these wheels you can put on there for sanding, but it's getting her down to the bare metal right quick. Takes care of the rust and all. Boy, that machine does not take very long. Of course, you have a little trouble getting in these areas, but I can get those with a wire brush. Yeah, and it goes along the edge pretty good too. I'll get that trimmed off, turn it over, and get the other side. It did a pretty good job. That's a Hercules from Harbour Freight. Hercules 9 amp variable speed surface conditioning tool. Of course, the handle here, it comes with 2 screws put in on. You have to put it on, then you have to push this button, and as you turn it on the other side, there's a Allen key that comes with it. You put it on there and it turns it until it locks in place, and you can take the nut on, and you got 2 little keys there that you put on each side, and it pops her right in place there and holds it right like it ought to. Comes in pretty nice instructions. warning, tells you what size cables to use whenever you put an extension cord on it. There you can see the screws you put in here. Put the handle on, and this is the, up here at the top here you can see where the nut is, and a washer there holds your drum in place on the spindle. But there's two little keys that go right in there. Slide those in there and then slide your drum on and put your nut and washer on there, screw, and tighten her down, and you got her. Pretty easy to use, very nice. Good instructions, tells you all about it. That's the Hercules 9-volt. Variable speed. It does have on the back there a variable speed where you can adjust it up and down. There's your variable speed. You can crank her down, crank her up. And you can get different ends here. You get different buffing wheels if you want to put on there to polish or whatever. I just got this to take the paint off, and as you can see, it does. I took this plate off this fender. That was all rusted and pretty bad, but it cleaned that up pretty good too. Very satisfied. Clean the other side up pretty good, and a lot of that's going to have to be sandblasted because there's all the ribs and everything that's on the other side, but you can get in between there somewhat too. Boy, I really made short work of that brace there too. There you can see that did a real good job of removing all that paint on these fenders. This one set out a little bit, it's starting to get a little surface rust, but we can rub that out. But that the Harbour Freight metal conditioner, that Hercules, did a fine job. I really recommend it. Got these plates here on for the fender, these things too. It cleaned those up pretty well too. So there you have it. Again, this is Dwayne, the old Indiana farm boy. The old Hercules metal conditioner, 9 amp. Did a great job. Pick one up, try it out. Catch you later. Bye now.